How's it going, guys? It's Red, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a super busted melee build that you guys could be using right now in Back 4 Blood right before the big December update. But before we get into that, if you're new here to the channel, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe for more awesome Back 4 Blood content just like this. Also, make sure to check out the link to my Discord server. It's going to be down in the description below. You guys can use it to find teammates to play Back 4 Blood with, so if you guys are in some dire needed teammates, make sure to come check out the Discord server. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, here we are in the deck building menu in Back 4 Blood. This is going to be the complete deck list, so if you guys are just looking to copy and paste the deck list, here it is. But for the remainder of this video, I am just going to mainly be talking about just why every card's here, what the card's role in the deck is, why specific order matters, just everything you guys need to know about the deck. Now, the objective of this deck is quite simple. We are just a melee build, so our objective is to just make us as tanky as humanly possible. We have a bunch of cards that give us temporary health and permanent health just for killing things, and we also have a few movement speed cards in here just so that we can become really fast, because we are also going to be having a lot of stamina, because every time we swing, it takes stamina away, so we have to stock up on that. And adding the fact that we're also going to be super fast, like, we can just turn into like a speedrun build for no reason. Now, in the number 1 spot, we have Meth Head, which gives us plus 40% melee attack speed, plus 30% melee stamina efficiency, and our melee attacks will no longer stick in tough enemies, but it disables our aim down sights. And I mean, disabling aim down sights in a melee build isn't really that bad, you know what I mean? Like, we're not really going to be using our guns, and if we do, we definitely don't need to be aiming them. Like, the only time you really want to use your gun is if, like, you're trying to hit sleepers or something like that. So, with that being said, the overwhelmingly good upside that you get for just having really not that big of a deal of a disabler, it's just where we want to be. And I know Meth Head was one of the cards that just got nerfed in the September update, but even so, I still think it is one of the best melee cards out there, and it is just an auto-include in any melee build, in my opinion. Now, number 2 is going to be Face Your Fears, which says gain 2 temporary health whenever you kill a Ridden within 2 meters. So, I mean, we're basically going to be killing everything within 2 meters because we're a melee build, so we're going to be gaining a lot of temporary health, and this is going to make us an absolute tank. We are going to be the front line of defense, and we are going to be killing everything. Now, I do feel like it is better to get something like Face Your Fears online before something like Berserker, which just makes us stronger, and the reason being is this gives us the ability to just slow play levels, whereas Berserker, sure, we'll be doing more damage, but I mean, we'll still die because we don't have a lot of health. Now, number 3 is going to be Berserker, which gives us 10% melee damage, 10% melee speed, and 5% move speed for each melee kill in the last 4 seconds. Now, this just makes it so you can kill everything super fast, but I do feel like getting the Face Your Fears engine online first is so much more important than getting Berserker going, because we need to be gaining health just as much as we need to be doing damage, but it's a lot easier to do more damage as a melee build than it is to gain health. And when we get into modes like Veteran and Nightmare, we're going to need that. Now, number 4 is going to be Adrenaline Fueled, which gives us plus 100% stamina, but minus 75% stamina regeneration. But when we kill an enemy, we gain 10 stamina instantly, and additional 10 stamina over 5 seconds. This is going to make us an absolute chopping machine, and this is what I was talking about earlier when I said we are going to have a lot of stamina, because we're just going to be swinging a whole lot. Now, I know the minus 75% stamina regeneration sounds bad, but think about how much stamina you are just going to be netting just by killing things. You are essentially always going to have a full stamina bar, if not like 75% full, as long as you play it right. Now, the thing with Adrenaline Fueled is that you can't just go swinging and dinging anywhere that you want, because I mean, swinging costs stamina, and if you're missing, it's like you're missing bullets, and eventually you're gonna run out of swings before, you know, they start going super slow and ineffective. And when you're using Adrenaline Fueled, you don't get a lot of stamina back, so you kind of have to be smart with how you melee, because you have to make sure you're going to hit them, because I mean, missing is really bad, especially if you do it a lot. Now, number 5 is going to be Spiky Bits, which gives us plus 20% melee damage, 10% damage resistance while using a melee weapon at the cost of 15% ammo capacity. I mean, we don't use guns in this build, so the ammo capacity is not really a downside. This was also another one of the cards that got nerfed in the September update, but it was only by 5%. I mean, it's not the worst nerf, and I mean, it's still a good card, mainly because of the damage resistance part, because like in the higher difficulties, we need that, and that's why this is really important, and that's why Face Your Fears is really important, because melee has no problem doing doing enough damage after we trade in our bat. You know, the main thing is just staying alive. Now, number 6 is going to be Run Like Hell, which gives us plus 15% move speed, and when we take damage, our accuracy is reduced by 20% for 3 seconds. Now, I mean, we're a melee build, so our accuracy really doesn't matter, because if it's right in front of us, we're going to hit it. And I feel like Run Like Hell is honestly just kind of like an auto-include in pretty much any deck, unless you're like a AR, SMG, laser shooting deck. Like, this card is just too good right now, in my opinion, to not be playing. Now, in the number 7 spot, we have Vanguard, which says melee kills grant 1 temporary health to you and nearby teammates. Now, the main reason that we're playing it is because it unnerfs Face Your Fears, which usually before the nerf gave us 3 temporary health instead of 2. But I mean, so this kind of just unnerfs Face Your Fears, and Vanguard especially shines when you guys are stuck in a small room or a small building, something like that, and you as the melee player naturally are, you know, just at the front door chopping, and you also are going to be giving your teammates temporary health too, which kind of in a way is going to make you the healer while you guys are doing that. Now, in the number 8 spot, we have Battle Lust, which says melee kills heal 2 health. I mean, this one's kind of self-explanatory. It's just where we want to be. And I mean, it's just a worse version of Face Your Fears because temp health goes a lot farther than your normal health does. And I mean, it's not like this gives you trauma back or anything like that. So that's why it's lower on the list. It's still just a really good card, though. Now, number 9 is going to be Motorcycle Helmet, which gives us plus 15% damage resistance, plus 10 health, but disables our ADS. Now, we already had a card that disables our ADS, and it's still really not that big of a deal. And it is just by far the best out of all these padded suit type effects, where it's just all of them just give you different amounts of damage resistance and health, but at, you know, just different costs. And Motorcycle Helmet is the best of the 3, but disabling ADS is pretty much just an automatic, you know, killer for this card unless you're doing something like melee. But I mean, since we don't care about ADSing, it's just the best one of these to pick. At the number 10 spot is going to be Fleet of Foot, which gives us plus 10% move speed and minus 5% damage resistance. Now, the main reason I put this card in this deck is just because of the amount of stamina we are going to have, because I mean, there's gonna be some points where I mean, we have to back off and run away, and having all this extra move speed is going to really help us, especially with how much stamina we're going to be having. In the number 11 spot is going to be Numb, which gives us plus 15% damage resistance while you have temporary health. We're basically always going to have temporary health with Face Your Fears, so this is really good, especially in the harder difficulties where I mean, healing items are more scarce and stuff like that, and you got to be able to like heal yourself. Now, in the number 12 spot is going to be Ignore the Pain, which gives us plus 20% melee damage against mutations, and when we deal melee damage to a mutation, we heal 1 health and 3 stamina. Now, this card did get a lot worse with the September update, but we still need this card just to be able to overpower Tall Boys and basically one-shot all the other special infected. Now, number 13 is going to be Body Armor, which gives us plus 25% trauma resistance at minus 15% ammo capacity. We don't shoot guns around here with this build, so the ammo capacity isn't that big of a deal. And the only reason Body Armor is this slow on the list is because I found it's best to just get your deck's complete engine online before worrying about extra things like Body Armor, you know what I mean? So, I mean, this card's still really good. It's really important to get these going first before you do Body Armor. Now, at the number 14 spot is going to be Bomb Squad, which gives us plus 100% explosive damage and plus 35% explosive resistance. Now, the reason that this card is in here is that when it comes to actual bosses like breakers, ogres, and maybe sometimes even hags, like, you guys are melee builds, you're not going to be doing a whole lot. Like, I guess theoretically you could do a lot to a hag, but when it turns to breakers and ogres, you're not going to be doing a whole lot. And this is in here so you guys can keep frags and then chuck them at the breakers just to help your teammates while you guys are just kind of killing like the rest of the common while they're at killing the actual breaker. At the number 15 spot, as the last card on the deck, is Batter Up, which gives us plus 40% melee damage and 5 health. This card isn't better than any of these other, you know, melee damage cards, but I mean, you still play just so that you can one-tap Tall Boys and basically just all of the other special infected as long as you hit them in their weak spot. Well, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Make sure to leave a comment down below telling me any deck changes that you guys would make. And as always, if you happen to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more awesome Back 4 Blood content just like this. Also, make sure to check out the link to my Discord server. It's going to be down in the description below. You guys can use it to find teammates to play Back 4 Blood with. So if you guys are in some dire need of teammates, make sure to come check out the Discord server. And until next time, it's been Red, and I'll see you guys in the next video.